Okay, welcome back. There is going to be a lot going on today. Pretty much any part of the map something could be going on. There is something going on, so we're going to have a lot to sink our teeth into. But first, we have been offered once again a post-load game new family member. 3 command stars, 21 years old. Obviously, we're going to say yes to that. Not sure where he's going to pop up. Adoption not completed. Your messenger arrived just too late with your generous offer of adoption. Unfortunately, the man is now deceased. I don't know why the game does that. Why build me up and then let me down? We have got a few assassins here. This is not the thing I thought I'd start with, but since I saw it, we're going to go for it. 3% chance of success, basically pointless to go for, but we've had these assassins for ages and they're not really doing anything, so I'm just going to send them over in that direction, just for the sake of actually doing something with them. I've got much more interesting things coming up, but bear with me while I attempt to at least get some use out of these. Okay, so they're all on their way up towards Segestica, which is soon to be their final town. Currently a large town, which I assume means Halicarnassus is their capital. Yeah, so the Brutii are actually nearly out, but this episode is going to be mostly about the Julii, because we are about to launch a big attack on their home settlements. And you may recall in the previous part that there was a ship which had a very large Julii force on it. Unfortunately, that has managed to land, so we can see that force here. However, there was also a pretty large Brutii force just outside Eretium, and that has actually boarded this ship. Huge force. Pretty weak though, but still. If we can sink that without having to actually fight it, that would be great. I'm not sure what's going to do the better job out of this this fleet, if you can call it that. It's just the one ship. And this one. I think probably this one. So we're going to go for that. We don't want to give them any way to escape. Let's see, I'm hoping this is going to work. Okay, so they actually managed to survive that, unfortunately. Okay, so they've got 11 men left. This fleet has a pretty large army with it, so I don't actually want to send everything. Can't see any other navies over to the north here, although I guess there is this. Literally one guy, just a one-man bireme. 2 gold chevrons though, not bad. But yeah, I think we have to be a little bit cautious. So we're going to send a full-strength bireme to go and take that on. And then we're going to... Let's see if this actually works. I don't know if this actually works. Can I pass my force? Okay, yeah, that does work. Okay, so let's sink this. There we go. So we don't have to deal with that force now, so that's some good news. And then this next force can potentially go up to take on this guy. I think that was the one... No, that's actually a different navy. Okay, so there's the one man up there, and then there's something more just here. Let's go have a look. Won't tell us what it is, but I'm going to take my chances. Yeah, just the 4 men. So that's surely sunk now. And yeah, just the 1 man left. So we'll go and take him on next turn. And then the big thing we're going to be doing in this part is we're going to be launching an attack on the 2 main Julii settlements. First, we're going to combine these equites together, which just about fits. And that should enable us to pick up an extra mercenary once we make it into their lands. I think I do just want to go straight for the attack on this force, because I'm assuming that the AI is going to be confident of victory, and it's just going to go for the fight, which will enable us to weaken the garrison in Ariminum. So, unfortunately, no mercenaries to recruit. I feel like we can still do this, because if we look at this, this is pretty weak. Legionary Cav, probably the best thing there. Lots of auxilia. We can easily deal with those. And then the only thing we really have to worry about is the reinforcements, which I'm not sure how strong they are, but we have got our faction leader here, so I think we're just going to go for it. Okay, unfortunately we've got a little bit of a foresty battle map here, which I don't really prefer, but we're just going to go for it. We're going to charge in as quickly as we can before the reinforcements arrive. I do have some archers to potentially bait them in with, if they try to move back. Doesn't look like they're going to do so. The onagers, I think, are about to fire, so got to look out for that. And let's see, so yeah, auxilia, archer auxilia, mostly just auxilia, so we definitely do want to charge in with our legionaries. Fire at will, and we'll try and break them from both sides if possible. We're going to try and send our cavalry around to flank, and try and just go for a bit of a pincer movement. Ideally rout them before the reinforcements arrive, because the reinforcements are going to be quite strong. Do have to look out for them. We are able to fire, but we are taking some pretty heavy losses, I think, from the onagers. Early legionary cohort there, we should be fine just to take on head-on. see actually. So these guys are threatening to charge headfirst into some auxilia. The reinforcements are arriving slightly quicker than I thought they would. Accidentally sending in a couple of the wrong units here. Okay, I think we do just have to charge in. Press the advantage while we can. Okay, so successfully broke the auxilia. They are supposed to be good against cavalry, but I think we know from experience that they're pretty bad units all around. Hastati not doing so well, but they are backed up by some much stronger units, so we're not going to worry. Early legionary cohort there we have to be a little bit careful of. Are successfully routing them for the most part. Cavalry not taking too many losses, have to be a little bit careful. There is Roman cav there, that's the general, so I think we can easily break them. A little bit of lag here, but I think it will ease up soon. You see the Onagers about to launch an attack straight into our cav, could easily kill our faction leader with that, so I don't know how many losses we just took there, but we're going to try and route them as quick as we can, and that actually went extremely well. There's a little bit of danger. A little bit of danger around here, have to respond to that pretty quickly. Let's see, so there's some auxilia, there's these guys that are being charged by Roman cav, they should be able to handle that. And then, let's see. Yeah, so they're a little bit isolated. So the reinforcements are the ones we really want to try and kill off altogether, because if we can do that, I think we do have a chance of taking the town. And if we can't, we should at least make it easy to besiege later on. Okay, so we didn't manage to rout them, but we have at least kind of given them second thoughts. These guys are still taking heavy losses, but we are able to rout them. I think even this early legion cohort is about to break. Yep. They're not really sure what they have left. Maybe just the war dogs. Okay, so probably have to reform. These guys are approaching us from uphill, which is a problem. Let's see, so some danger here. Alright, I think we're just going to move off. And we're going to try and reform. Not a huge fan of how this is looking. Let's see what they've got though. So early legion cohort, we don't want to be fighting them with the Samnite mercenaries. Let's see if we can pull out. Archer's been caught there. Okay, this is a problem. Did lose a unit there. See if we can grab them with our spearmen. Run these over. Let's see what's approaching us. So auxilia, getting heavy losses here. Lots of auxilia there. That's a bit of a problem. Can't really charge into those too easily. Just gonna have to pull out, I think. These guys are in too much danger. Samnite mercenaries break very quickly. Surprisingly, we are able to break the legionary cohort there. Didn't think that'd be quite so easy. Pull the faction leader out, these guys are taking heavy losses. Early legion cohort, we should be able just to charge into those. Should be possible to rout them, as there is a pretty large force over here. Mostly auxilia. I don't really want to use my cav for this, but the rest of these units are taking their time to gather up.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Really bad idea to charge into these. It depends how well their morale is going to hold out. Yeah, we're actually causing ourselves some bother here. Let's pull back.
Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Okay, Principes we should be able to handle. Over here things are looking a little bit more scary. We've still got our hoplites holding out for now. We're pushing against Hastati. They should break. Family member here in serious risk. We're going to try and save him if we can. Okay, so we've successfully won on that side, I think. Okay, so these will break. Legionary cohort there, they do have pretty good morale, so we're gonna have to be a bit careful with those. Fortunately though, they have seen their friends routing and they're trying to leave the field. I can see that they are going to get away with a few units here. Actually, Ballista, I think those are just coming in. Unfortunately though, the Legionary Cav do appear to be leaving the field, so we won't be able to take the town this turn. Some backup coming in here, so that's all fine. Town watch should break once we charge them. So yeah, they're definitely leaving the field. Let's see if we can catch a few out. Okay, Principe is there. I think we can probably break them with a family member. A little bit risky, but it does seem like most of them are going to get away. Okay, so we are going to have to face a siege to take the town. But we've done some real damage here. And I feel like we've not really taken bad losses at all. Let's just try and scoop up as many kills as we can. Okay, these are definitely the last two guys. Let's not let them get away. Seriously? Okay, it's the final man. I think he's just about gonna make it. Whatever.
Will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
Okay, so that went better than expected. I think, yeah, Auxilia just really bad unit. Like, I knew they were bad, but we pretty much just took them out with full cavalry charges there. We can see that our cavalry in particular, some of these units got over 400 kills, some of them over 300, and then the Sam Knight mercenaries were absolutely terrible, broke before doing anything, but overall, lots of kills across the board, and we have healed quite a few casualties. We got some Hastati back, which is good because they're irreplaceable, not that they're good, but they are irreplaceable, and we managed to heal up most of the archers that we lost as well, so that's great. We're not going to take the town, but we should be able to take it potentially next turn, if we do besiege it now.
Victory!
Hang on.
Imperator.
Apparently there's nothing left. Oh great, so we do actually take the town straight away. They're actually happy with us, which is interesting. Suggests that we don't necessarily need to exterminate them. However, we do have a very large garrison here, so let's just play it safe. We're going to exterminate them, get the immediate boost to our funds, and let's just retrain everything we can. So all of these pretty weak units. Don't want to retrain the mercenaries because it's not really going to work. And then we'll pick up one new unit, which seems like a fairly typical town. I don't think it has an urban barracks from what I can tell. No. So we're just going to go for a legionary cohort. And let's just finish off training up this final unit. And then we do have the town of Eretium to attack, which is their capital. And we have our forces from Rome to do this with, including our new legionary first cohort. It should shore up our morale if we need it. Okay, so potentially can attack that as of next turn. I'm not sure I want to. I'm not a big fan of these siege battles. I probably should have left something behind in Rome, but if we recruit some peasants and we drop them down to let's just go with a high tax rate for now, and that should pretty much solve that. Lucius the Engineer has become a good commander, which is great. He is 61 years old, so he's not really got much left in him. But that does mean that we don't need to use this this backup force to attack the Julii, I think. I think we can send them to Segestica instead. Potentially back them up with the forces from Salona. And not sure I want to land, because we have a very imbalanced force, consisting mostly of archers. But potentially can go for it next turn. What I actually meant to do, and I kind of regret that I didn't, although I guess I can put them on here instead. I did mean to board these ships with most of our forces here, because these guys will easily be able to clean up what's left of the Brutii. So I think what we'll actually do, I did mean to retrain all of these before now, but since I have forgotten to do that, we're going to start merging. So I'm going to put them, ideally we're going to merge them with actual experienced units in the hope that they pick up a bit more experience. Like so. So essentially we just gained some experience on a few of these weaker units, and we just want to make sure that we're left with only 1 or 2 pretty weak units that we can then retrain. Okay, so we probably don't need the archers, but I am going to take them. And then any full strength units, bring along 2. Jump in the ships, these guys are also full strength, so that's perfect. This is going to be a really strong force, and this is pretty much going to spell the end of the Brutii. Okay, can't fuse any of these, so let's just put them in the town. Okay, so this force is pretty balanced. Could probably use a bit more cav. But these guys need to be retrained. So we're going to go back to Croton, and we're going to retrain them. And I think we should pick up a new unit too, so we're going to keep going with cav, because nothing else is really going to be able to make it up north fast enough at this point. These guys are nearly full up. Really do not trust Auxilia at all, having seen what I've seen in this campaign. So we're going to send a slightly weakened unit of archers up. And we're just going to move towards the final Brutii town. So Brutii's days are very much numbered, and I think in the next few turns we are going to completely wipe them out, which is good. This is the other thing I meant to mention. We have actually got Britannia here. We can see now, finally, why they wouldn't accept peace, because they are in fact coming to attack Iberia. Fortunately, we did throw up this fort, and the fort reveals that there's pretty much no way through here that doesn't involve besieging it. So we should have a few turns just to build things up a bit, but just to be safe, I think I am just going to pick up lots of units where I can. Britannia's roster really struggles against archers, but unfortunately we don't have too many places we can recruit those from. We also don't have too many towns that can actually recruit legionaries, but I think we'll have to make do. That should pretty much work, and then I'm also going to throw up a wall at Numantia. Probably not needed, but let's just do it, because we do have lots of spare funds. And then over here I'm hoping that the Julii will come in to attack us again. I don't want these guys to come up and start reinforcing. I'm hoping they will just go straight for an attack on us. Then I think I can probably just finish them off. These are fairly cheap. I could just use them so that I don't end up depending on a force consisting entirely of cav, but Marcellus Victor here is absolutely brilliant. He's got 5 command stars, but I'm pretty sure he's a good defender, and I think he's a good attacker as well. So essentially he's got a higher command star than it actually looks like, so he should be fine. We also have some forces in Egypt, and we're going to send them to attack Jerusalem. Let's see if we can actually hit the man himself. No, we can't. Okay, can pick up some mercenaries. Mercenary war elephants. I've never seen these before, but I'm definitely going to get them. They cost 4,000, and they cost 490 per turn in upkeep. But that's a no-brainer for me. Being able to actually use war elephants as the Romans sounds fantastic. So we're definitely going to go for that. We're going to hop in here just to have a look, maybe open up the gates as soon as we go for the attack. I'm really not worried at all about what they can throw at us here, and in fact, I'm not going to send these guys as reinforcements. I did initially plan to, but we are instead going to... We're going to send this guy out of Alexandria, and we're going to start using him as a bit of a backup force. Not a backup force, but a kind of secondary force, which we're going to send over to the east, because these guys are going to be pushing mostly to the north. There are quite a few settlements, or at least 2 or 3 of them, for them to deal with up there. And then I'm pretty sure there's a settlement just here, so we're going to try and attack that with the secondary force. Pretty mediocre units here, to be honest. Yeah, it's not going to be the best. But if we can just recruit some cav, we should be able to catch them up. They're not going to be too useful against the various phalanx units and things that Egypt uses, but I think that is the best we can do if we are intent on attacking them in the next few turns. And then we're just going to retrain these, pick up a few extra units where we can. And Salona usually has good options for recruitment, so, or Apollonia even. So if we can send up a few more legions, we will. We've also got a spy here we can send up. And we've also got another one here that we're not really using. We'll do the same with him. Not sure what's going on with this guy. Need to be a little bit careful of him. I think we need to pick up a few extra units in Bylazora. Probably will get the armourer too, just so we can retrain. We've got lots of archers here, but not many legions, so pick up a few of those. This town has real population problems, so I'm going to resist the urge to recruit anything there. And then we're just going to keep recruiting legionary cohorts in our other towns. This place is pretty much fine now, so I'm going to recruit some more peasants, and I'm going to send these guys over to the west. Can't imagine they're too happy about that. Let's see what we can do. So they are already on a low tax rate, and they've got some more peasants coming in, so I think that's going to be fine. I'm really not sure if I want to go for this attack. These forces are not good. I don't think they're good enough. I can pick up some mercenary barbarians, or whatever they're called. Mercenary warbands. But they're also really bad. And in particular, they're really bad against Romans. So I feel like I could do it, but I'm also very tempted just to wait until we actually bring up a few more units from here. So we are going to do that. We're going to board this, which makes this place very unhappy, but once we recruit a few peasants, it should be fine. In fact, I feel like we could probably also get away with going to a very high tax rate, but I'm not going to risk it. We are going to move towards Massilia. Either that, or we just drop off here, and we help launch the attack on Captain Appius there, but probably better off just going for the attack on Massilia, and just trying to attack as many Julii settlements as possible. Lastly, we're going to retrain everything we left behind in Tarentum, and while we're at it, we might as well pick up another unit. And I've actually changed my mind about Rome. Since Rome is doing relatively okay, let's not recruit peasants, let's keep this fully focused on legionary first cohorts, since it's the only town we can actually recruit those in. It does make sense to keep queuing them up. And then we have 5,000 left in the bank, which I can't really see we can do too much with. I can actually retrain these, although there's more important things to be doing, so we won't. Okay, so I might be forgetting something, but it has been a very busy turn, so I think we are just going to leave it at that and end the turn and see what happens. So these guys have actually come to attack us. I'm surprised by that. They do have a couple of strong units here, to be fair. So we've got potential problems here. We have got some backup arriving soon. I don't necessarily have to go for this, but I'm going to take my chances. I don't know what they have. I can't remember what I have, but we're just going to go for it. Okay, so the bad news is our units are really bad. The good news is we do have a little bit of a hill here, so I think we're just going to make do. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they've got as well. So ballistas. That's a little bit uncomfortable. They also have a couple of Roman generals, which is going to be an issue if we do try to charge around and catch out the ballistas. Otherwise, they've got... don't even remember what these are called, but the gladiator units, which is not really a problem. And they're also coming up with, I think, just standard early legionary cohort. And definitely deal with those. Auxilia. More Auxilia. And more Auxilia. So that first force is not really a threat at all. In fact, we could probably even rush them. It's the reinforcements we kind of have to worry about. They're going to be a bit tougher. These are the two Praetorian cohorts and then 2 units of generals. Bit difficult, but I'm hoping we can catch out the generals using our spear units. The other unfortunate thing is they're kind of actually approaching us from uphill, so that could be quite uncomfortable. I can't remember if I actually checked for sure if these are Roman general, which I don't think they are. I think they're just standard Roman cav, so we can probably just charge them. We're not going to be too strong, but it is an option. This is a little bit risky, but I'm going to try and scooch between the 2 Roman forces here, just to try and get through to their ballista, because apart from that they can't really do anything to our archers. So if we can secure that range superiority, then it should be a lot easier strategically, or tactically even. They're not really making much of an attempt to catch us, so let's just try to move past. Let's try to ignore the early legionary cohort there. Our general is really intent on fighting those, and I think we might lose a few units as we try to pass through. Oh, they've actually got just 3 men, so I'm surprised they even have the war machine. They've got some war dogs there too. which unfortunately we are going to set off. Although actually we managed to rout them, and I don't know if they released the dogs or not. I'm not sure what really... I'm not sure what happens there. Oh, they do release the dogs, so the dogs are going to try and kill us. Okay. A unit of auxilia consisting of 9 men we can surely rout just by making contact, and then we are losing quite a few Roman cav. Oh, there is another unit. There is a unit of archer auxilia, which I would like to try and rout. A little bit concerned about the Velite gladiators. I think they probably have good morale, given that they're gladiators, as, let's see here. I'm not sure what's going on. Got routed. I'm sure that the unit was flickering there, and even the general routes. Incredible, and he routes straight through the gladiators, so it will be a miracle if he survives. Don't know what direction he's going to go in. If he does regain his courage, we might be able to bring him back, but that is not a good omen at all. Okay, he has actually come back, good. Right, let's try to get him back without him getting caught out and killed. And we're just going to have to leave him at the back. Unfortunately, it does give us a lot less flexibility, because we're not really going to be able to use him. These guys are just getting themselves killed. They don't know which direction to run in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get them back. They're being chased by war dogs too, so that's probably the best we're going to get. Okay, so early Legion cohort are approaching. I don't really want to use my ammo on this. I'm going to actually try just running the mercenaries in to deal with these. I think we can probably rout them pretty quickly. Yeah, they're shaken already. So Thracian mercenaries, they're not very good, and they can attack without throwing their peeler. So can the other ones, but still. Do manage to rout these, which is great. Let's make sure these guys stop firing. We actually probably just need to pull these back. Okay, so somehow 44 of these still alive, but it looks like they are about to leave the field. Okay, let's see. So, auxilia coming up there, that's fine. Try and face them a little bit. Otherwise, Velite gladiators, we should probably try and shoot those down. The Roman Cav General might be an even better target. And we are going to put these guys on fire at will. Velite gladiators going straight into the auxilia there, which is not good. I'm going to actually try and pull these back, because I really don't trust them. They actually rout straight away, which is disappointing, but somehow just not surprising. I don't intend this entire episode to be just a tirade against auxilia, but, like, that is incredibly poor. They're supposed to have, like, okay morale, like, not good, but surely better than that. Just try and rout as many as we can. So they are going to come in with some pretty elite units, and I don't really know if there's much we can do, other than just try and use the fact that we probably have slightly more numbers to our advantage. Auxilia do regain their courage just in time for the Roman Cav to consider charging in. I still don't trust them to do anything, but still, surely we're winning this. Yeah, it looks like these are considering charging in, but they've decided not to. We're still able to fire on them for now. Armor General there, 44 men and 49 in this one. I think we have to be ready to get charged here. Let's try and send the auxiliary up to help with that, and then we're going to have some trouble with the rest. Yeah, Thracians are actually running away. Let's see if we can do a little bit to give people their courage back. We have got the General here, but he's not really helping too much. These guys are going to catch us in the back, which is insane because they're auxilia, and the hoplites weren't doing anything. They do break straight away. So things are looking slightly more positive up at the top of the hill, but no, they do manage to break us here as well. And I don't know if we've managed to kill any of them. I'm going to try and withdraw the Cretians. So this might be slightly more complicated than first thought. Yeah, just about everyone is fleeing, and then our general throws away his life. And this was a pretty brutal defeat, to be honest. I'm not sure we can even take the town now. Alright, well surely everyone's fleeing, so we'll see if we can rescue a few dregs. Cretan archers hopefully will at least survive. Ah, because they're technically withdrawing, we are going to keep taking losses until I think these hit us in the back, and then we'll probably rout. I actually managed to rout them. Okay. This is a bit pointless. Alright, well until these flee, we might as well try and do a little bit with them. I'm sure we can take on the war dog handlers. This is kind of ridiculous. They're doing well to hold out though, like we've clearly lost the fight. They're shaken. Surely we can win this. The thing is, each of these war dog handlers I think is responsible for like 4 dogs, I think? So everyone we kill is 4 fewer dogs to deal with next time. As surely we are about to be routed now. Losing lots of secretions here, surely that's the end, there we go. Don't know if we're going to save anything here. But yeah, it's going to be that little bit harder to actually take this town, and that really didn't go too well. 59. Yeah, that was really not a good fight. Frankly, our units were worse, even without accounting for the difficulty, so I probably should have just tried to withdraw. It's not like we had a long-standing siege to try and hang on to. Okay, so they're going to attempt to rescue Eretium. We have some very elite units here, whereas these are pretty mediocre. Okay. I think we do just go for this. Apparently it's slightly against us, but this time around the situation is slightly different. Balance of power is about the same, but the difference is this time we have genuinely elite units, whereas before we were just trying to make do with a very slight hill advantage, which, as it turned out, was not much of a factor. Okay, so they're coming to attack us, so we can probably get away with pulling back slightly. On the other hand, they do have reinforcements, so might be better off just trying to wipe out their first force before the second one arrives. Okay, I'm just pretty much assuming we have the equivalent of overwhelming force here, so I'm just going to go straight in. Can't imagine they brought siege with them, because it would have slowed them down. They did just try to get here as quick as they could. Oh, they have actually brought siege, okay. So yeah, definitely want to just run towards them without taking any risks or trying to get any kills with our archers. Roman cav there should be fine. Cavalry Auxilia, they're going to run away, so no point trying to chase them down. Principes, I think we might just try and charge these. A little bit risky. Okay, do manage to break the first one, so second one will probably go down pretty quickly afterwards. These guys all appear to be fine, so okay, let's see. Roman Armored General. Do want to try and focus that down if we can. Try and pull these out. Okay, so I managed to hit it with a peeler. Wow, you can see how well peeler do against armored units. Peeler are armor piercing, so incredible damage done there. Completely annihilated him before he even made contact. And we can probably trigger a mass rout here. Just send everything in. So I think the attacking force was not the force in the town. And then the reinforcements arrive afterwards, so this might be what happened before, when my own reinforcements didn't arrive. It seems that sometimes they do arrive and sometimes they don't. I'm not sure what exactly governs it. Okay. Have they decided not to come in? They look like pixels over there. I can barely see them. I can't really see what's going on. I need to be a little bit more careful, to be honest. So this is this force here, which is fine. And these guys are having to fight some war dogs. Okay, we are taking pretty heavy losses. Let's just try and charge them in the back. Okay, managed to break them, that's good. Roman archers coming into melee there, that's not going to be a problem. And then we're going to break them on this side too. Okay, so that all looks fine. Pretty much broken everything. Not really sure what they have left. Okay, Hastati there, that's going to be fine as well. And then Let's see. So, the early... not the early legionary cohort, the early legionary first cohort, with the eagle there, actually took pretty heavy losses, just fighting Principes. They have managed to hang on, and they are going to increase the morale of the rest of our units. Okay, so let's form up ready for this, and let's just leave it to the cav to chase down the routers. Okay, so I think this force might be slightly better. Let's have a look. So yeah, they definitely got some Praetorians there. Legionary Cav, yeah, so it's a bit better. But I think we should still be okay. We'll probably take a few losses. These are actually firing on us this whole time. Just 6 men. They managed to take out quite a few Praetorians there, which is slightly annoying. Okay, let's see. So we're forming up pretty wide here, which I don't like too much. I'm going to bring everyone back because I think we are going to end up engaging slightly sooner than planned. Okay, let's see. So they're going to charge into some Principes here with Legionary Cav. That's not a good matchup for us. We'll try and get the General up if we can. Yeah, these guys are pretty much being wiped out straight away. Gonna have to just charge everything we can in. And let's make sure everyone is firing at will. Yeah, everyone's still firing at will, so that's good at least. Let's bring the cavalry over here just to support. And even the auxiliaries should be at least okay. Still didn't deal with these. Okay, let's go kill those. Alright, Triarii there, they're going to get taken out, that's not a problem. Okay, it's mostly in our favour here, so pretty much everything we want to be focusing on is over here. We'll be a bit careful, I think we are going to have some routers soon. Yeah, we've got some routers. It's going to require some careful management. I'm going to bring these in too. So there's still some danger on this side. Legionary Cav there.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Alright, that was just the first force, so that just means we've taken out the ballista. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Let's try and bring the general over. Okay, they do manage to rout us. But we've managed to rout them over here, so that's great. They've got some Praetorian cohort we need to be a bit careful of. Let's actually go around the back here. I think we're going to be losing on this side. Just about. But I do want to focus on just making sure we rout these, which yes we do. Early Legionary cohort, let's go for those. We should be able to pretty much rout everything.
Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too!
Okay, let's see. General coming in. Early Legionary cohort, yeah, I think we can pretty much rout them all. They have managed to rout our Barbarian Cav. Over here it's looking a little bit dicey. They're still eager somehow. Okay. Might just be using the wrong types of units. I do want to try and save my Cav. These guys are fighting. Okay, so it's not actually quite as good as it looks. I'm taking some losses. These guys are hanging on. Okay, managed to break them. Unfortunately, it looks like no matter what we do, a lot of them probably will get away. Okay, managed to rout those, that's great, okay. I'm going to bring the main general round. This guy we're going to try and keep out of the fight now because he's pretty weak, although actually he can chase down a few routers. Okay, they're holding out. Yeah, a few signs of danger here, but I think if we can charge them in the back... We're not going to be able to take the town yet. We need to focus on actually winning the fight. Ballistas should be fine, surely, and once the early Legionary cohorts see the ballistas routing, that's going to help us a bit too. So you really not got too much to chase down the routers with, so what do we want to focus on? It's all early legionary cohort. What have they got left? Praetorians there. Okay, gotta be a bit careful of these. I think that's pretty much it. There we go.
Gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Okay, I'm gonna mop up as much as I can. Don't think we'll get to take the town though. But we should be able to take it as of next turn. And the next turn is rapidly approaching, so that should be fine. Okay, so 3,600 kills in total, and we only brought 2,800 men to the fight. We still got about 2,000 left, so that's great. Our general there, 633 kills, not bad at all. And we also had a unit of Roman Cav that managed 356, and our backup general, who has survived, managed to kill 513. Obviously a lot of that is just chasing down routers, but we also had some Praetorian cohorts that did very well. And Archer Auxilia managed to get 247 kills. I kind of forgot about them, but they were actually helping quite a lot, so fair enough. Let's see if we get the town. Looks like we do. Okay, so they do come back for another fight. Let's see, this time, will our reinforcements arrive? I'm reluctant to... I'm tempted to put them on their AI control just for that increased chance that they'll actually get involved. But yeah, he comes for an attack on the cavalry general, so this is going to be quite a unique battle. Okay, I think it's a bit of a stretch to call this a usable hill, but let's see. You get a pretty good idea of what they've got. So, lots of auxilia, which is a problem. Not too many ranged units. And, oh, okay, so this might be what I missed last time, perhaps, or... No, these are the enemy's reinforcements, they're delayed. And then our own reinforcements are delayed. Okay, yeah, so... That is how it works then. Good to know. Okay, so Praetorian cohort there. I think we are just going to try and pincer them from the side. We don't have our reinforcements, but they don't have theirs. I feel like we can probably make this happen. Marcellus Victor here is a fantastic general. So we're going to see what we can do. Don't know what range units they have, that's the slight risk. But Auxilia should break pretty easy. Could get caught here. Looks like we just about get away with it, so that's great. Okay, probably no point wasting any time, let's actually form these up a bit. They're going to throw their peeler. They're aiming it at Roman Cav though, so we will take some losses there, but it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things, and then we're just going to charge in with everything we can. So that's a unit of Praetorian cohort. They have extremely good morale, but as we can see, if we do charge them with a lot of Cav, and we are actually able to break them pretty quick, and then I think, yeah, we're actually taking pretty heavy losses here. This is maybe a really bad idea. Amazed that they're hanging on though. Like, they're never anywhere near that good when we use them. That's incredible. They literally broke on contact when I used them, but then they hang on. I mean, they are fighting Cav, but even so. That didn't go too great. Okay, I'm going to pull back slightly. Not sure when the reinforcements are going to show up. We're kind of having to charge uphill here, which is not good. The war dogs have been released. Don't know if we can just try and finish them off before anything else gets involved. I'm going to try and pull away from them. So yeah, that probably wasn't a favourable engagement, but we have scared off a unit of Praetorians, which is good. They do have archers, so we're taking a few losses to those. I'm just going to try and get as far away as I can, so I can try and isolate the war dogs. Some man got caught behind. Okay, let's see. So we've got to be out of range of the archers there. Giving some time for our reinforcements to show up too, and then if we do try to charge into these, they actually go straight for the handlers instead of the war dogs, so I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't know if we can really make this happen. No, we do appear to be killing them, so I think we just have to chance it. Taking really heavy losses to the general though. I don't really want him getting involved. Got much more important things to be doing. I Yeah, it's a bit annoying because there's no way to actually, like, specifically tell our units to attack them. Okay, so they have formed at the front with the Archer Auxilia, so I think we do just go for a big charge. Should at least be able to break those, and then towards the back they've got more Praetorian cohorts. And a bit of a mix, so they have got a few more Auxilia, which I'm suddenly a little bit afraid of. But I think this should be mostly okay. These guys should break as soon as we hit them. Gonna have to try and surround them a bit. Okay, we've broken one. Broken the other, perfect. So they've got early legionary cohort coming up, that's a bit less scary, and then their general appears to just be another unit of Praetorian cohort, which we already know we can handle. So I just have to keep my unit's confidence up. And we need to make sure we successfully flank too, which I don't like the look of this too much. They have got some reinforcements coming in, but we should have a few of our own. And they are throwing in some Pila, which is a problem. I think we just have to go and charge in. We do kind of have a bit of a natural surround going. If we go in with everything at once. Let's see, so that didn't go too great. They've got quite a good shape here. Try and hold us off. I think we might be about to start routing. See what we can do. So they're eager, they're fresh. We are tired. Not quite so confident. See if we've got any spare units we can try and bring around. It's a bit difficult to flank. I think we have to try. Being chased by war dogs too. Marcellus Victor's still holding on. I think he's potentially lost some experience, or I'm misremembering how much he had. Still being chased by the war dogs. It is us who begins to flee first. We're going to have to just turn this into a charge, I think. It's not the greatest of surrounds. But it'll have to do. Let's see. So they are wavering. But we are really down on numbers. Let's try and turn this into a charge. General's bodyguard's still fairly healthy. Need to actually make this charge work. Okay, so we charge them in the back, and yet it's us that routes. Great. Okay, not looking good. I think have to accept reality here. Pull the general out before we lose the fight. Hope that our reinforcements show up. They've not got too many left. I think I should have made a little bit more of an effort to actually surround them in hindsight. If I came in on them from two directions at once, that might have worked slightly better. So yeah, they've still got quite a few men left. Let's see what we can do. I should probably just call it quits here, because I've really not got too many. On the other hand, it depends how well their morale holds up, that's the issue. They're going to try and chase us a bit. Yeah, if we can just isolate one of these, we might be okay. Ideally the general. We can at least get the war dogs, surely. Okay, so yeah, they've still got like 4 or 5 units. So 90 men there, that's not going to be easy to rout. Still no sign of our reinforcements. I think maybe they're just not coming, to be honest, when it says reinforcements delayed. Okay, so I'd like to try and flank these, but I think we have to go general on one side and then the other two on the other. See if we can pull something off. We have got the hill. Don't want these going in first. They're very tired. These guys are winded. Let's see, so they're still steady even after the charge. Wavering, okay, so some signs of encouragement. Let's have a look. Can we break them? If we can, we might be able to trigger some kind of mass rout, but they are coming in with the general's unit. I think it's going to be us that routes first once they hit us in the back. They've gone back to being shaken. Yeah, gotta pull out. Can't win the fight. The problem is, it will once again break the siege if we leave, but I feel like there's not much of a choice. Let's at least clear out the war dogs. Okay. Surely we can't pull something off here. I shouldn't be thinking of this. If I can just like isolate them bit by bit, like I can probably handle some of these weaker units if they stay on their own. I'm gonna be very tired. In fact, I'm already exhausted. These guys are tired too. No, they're not really isolated enough. In fact, there's a little bit of a gap opening up, I think. I can probably just go for a charge at least, and then pull out. Okay, they're wavering. They've not engaged. I think they're actually throwing their peeler though, so gotta pull out. Real risk to the general himself here. Didn't manage to rout them. Okay, they're not throwing their peeler this time, so I think they've used them up. Managed to rout one unit. Cost us a lot of our men though. Okay, these guys are down to being exhausted. Don't think we have a hill bonus. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, that's really bad actually. They do have missiles. They are going to throw them. This is foolish. Very foolish. Where's the man himself? Gonna have to pull him out. The thing is, if we can keep him alive, he will regenerate all his units. All his soldiers. 27 men, like, we could easily rout that if we charge it. 118 men though, that's a lot harder. Yeah, actually, these guys are really tired and these guys are less tired, so they're able to easily overtake them. We're still exhausted. I don't think we're going to have enough time to actually do anything about that. Yeah, so very tired, as you can see, actually a lot faster than exhausted. Hang on, I didn't see these. They're exhausted too. Might as well have a go. They're going to throw their missiles. I think they are going to get a few kills, unfortunately. Still just about hanging on. General there. Peeler doesn't hit him. Managed to rout them straight away, so that's good. Let's see, so they've just got the 2 units left. I think. Yeah, 2 units left. One has 27 men. Because they're eager. Surely don't have too many missiles left as well. get on that hill. There isn't really a good way to do this because they're just so close to each other, but there's no denying these guys are slightly closer. So we might just about be able to pull out in time. Broke them, perfect. So now it's just a case of pulling out before they throw their missiles, if they have any. Doesn't look like they do. They're very tired, so they're not even exhausted, that's a problem. Yeah, okay, so they're back to being exhausted, that's good. Let's see, so 118 men. That's near enough full strength, that's a bit of a problem. I think we need the steepest possible incline, which is going to be up here. Although it's not actually that great when you look at it like this. If we go for this one, that's a little bit better. It might just be that we don't have enough men now, because these are, of course, elite infantry, and we are outnumbered 4 to 1, more than 4 to 1. Depends how their morale holds up. Do get the hill charge. They're still eager. Gonna have to pull out. He's right there, he's in the midst of them. Got 21 men. Okay, so I think percentage-wise, that was about even. I'm just gonna go for this again. The thing is, I can do my my rally troop ability, which enables me to keep at least the general himself towards the back for the initial charge, like so. And there's a slightly lessened risk of losing units. Didn't get too many kills there, gonna pull out. Shouldn't be doing this. Where is he? Is he towards the back? No, he's towards the front. Still eager. Up to 2 gold chevrons, really don't want to lose him. Moving towards the back of the map now. Don't think we can really use that to our advantage too much. I've got our rally troop ability back. I think we just about have the hill in our favour. Still hanging on. Down to 74 men though. The thing is, these do of course have 2 hit points each, and a lot of the... I mean, I'm not sure I fully understand the hit point system, but if it's as simple as it sounds, then you would think a lot of my units are going to be down to 1 hit point now, which means they should go down pretty easy. Both exhausted. The ratios are slowly tilting in our favour. I could pull them back down the hill, but it's just so long-winded. Still kind of got a bit of a hill. Still got a charge coming in. A really weak charge, barely did anything. But we haven't lost anyone. This is strange. I've got 3 men that have isolated themselves. So we can definitely kill them. Not sure what's going on with them. Are they glitching out? I think we just have to wait. Finish off these last couple of guys. And they'll probably wake up a bit more. I'm gonna go for one more charge. Okay, I managed to throw them up. Gonna have to pull out again. Feel like we got very few kills there. We brought them back down though. This is really just about pride at this point, because I don't think winning this actually wins us the town. But having come so far, I simply cannot admit defeat. as I'm sure most of you will understand. It's gone too well so far for me to stop now. We've clearly tilted the numbers to our favour. It's become a really long battle, but I'll try and edit out a bit of it. Here we go. Got our rally troop ability back. Coming in for another charge. It's starting to look better and better. They now outnumber us less than 3 to 1. Nice charge there, a lot better. Serious, they show up, their reinforcements show up. But ours don't. Okay, well, I think we know we have to admit defeat now, unfortunately. I'm just gonna try and charge these and take them on. Might be able to get the rout. General is at the front. Surely we should rout them for that. They are shaken. Our general is in some danger, but he's relatively okay. I think we should win this. They are wavering. But they gain some experience, we're still eager. No, I don't like this much. General's right in the midst of them. I'm gonna pull out. Reinforcements so far looking pretty weak. Just the one unit showing up. Okay, they've kind of got their backs to us a bit. Okay, wavering. Okay, yeah, it looks like they are going to bring in their full forces. It's 9 versus 7. Our general is fighting their general. I can't break this up. I think we have to just watch this and see what happens. We've got a bit of backup too, surely. Surely we win this. I only need to beat this one unit and then I'll feel like I've done enough. There we go.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men. Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Okay, so their reinforcements showed up, ours did not, and for all that effort, we have been screwed over by the game, unfortunately. Yeah, Herennius Caldus, no sign of him. Captain Queso will win them the fight. He only got 500 casualties, I'm kind of surprised by that. That last phase of the battle just went on forever. But we have at least weakened them a bit, and I won't be doing a fight like that again between now and the end of the campaign, I'm sure. So yeah, they have managed to scare us off, but whatever. We do occupy Eretium, we're just going to exterminate. So we've taken both of their main towns. We've been offered a new husband for Severina, who I'm assuming is pretty old, so I will accept him even though he's super old. Where is he going to show up? Okay, so he shows up in Ariminum. So you can definitely make use of him. And looks like the Julii have turned back, and they're not moving so much towards Narbomartius anymore. Instead they're going to try to take their homelands back, but it's looking pretty good for us. We should be able just to retrain. And they're not looking too scary. That's all good. Now let's check all this out. So most advanced faction, whatever, we'll ignore that. Resistance is futile. Heroic death for... oh yeah, that guy. Okay, yeah, I forgot about this. This is still potentially an issue. Yeah, I'm not sure we can take that on. Okay. Population here is down to 548, didn't realise it was so low, so we can't really recruit too much there. Okay, so we're going to have to put a bit more thought into Halicarnassus. I've still got this guy too, yeah, so we can't really go for that yet, but we can go for it later. We finished a Governor's Villa in Lepsus Magna, so we should be able to build a few other things here now, but I don't think we need to. And lots of new recruits, but it's the start of a new turn. We've got 40k in the bank, lots of possibilities are open to us, and we've also got some mercenary war elephants, which... it's not a great matchup for them, but it seems to me we can probably use them, so lots to be getting on with, but I'm going to wrap it up there, so thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.